Hi, Michelle Castle here today, talking to Carol Davis about making a first impression with a fireplace and a mantle. Carol, can you give us some pointers, some tips on some things that we should or should not be doing whenever you have a fireplace?
Well, this is one area of the house that I find that homeowners are most comfortable with because there's not very much space here, approximately 5 foot in width and about 12 inches in depth. So we want to make sure that whatever we put up here really makes a statement. Now, it does matter what's behind. Is it brick or is it faux finish brick? What's the fireplace mantle look like? In this case, this is a tin mantle that was added. There was not a fireplace mantle on this wall, so we added the red mantle, and it also, as you can see, complements the piece of artwork.
So if you have a fireplace that doesn't have a mantle, it's not very expensive. You don't have to hire a carpenter to put a mantle in, but it is important.
Yes, you can buy a shelf of any type as long as it has the size and the shape and the style of your house. And yes, and just install it. This is installed actually on screws on the wall. It's screwed in on the wall, so it was an easy fix.
Yes.
It's an easy fix. So the main thing you want to do, instead of worrying about what happens here, you want to think about here first, because this is your focal point. This is what not only makes a statement in the house about your personal choice in artwork, but it is the beginning of the rest that will happen down here. So you start with your piece of artwork, your mirror, your piece of iron, whatever it may be, and then you come in with your largest pieces on each side. You want to create a little balance. Now you notice these are not matching. This is a topiary, and this is another piece that has the scale of this piece, but it's a finial and it's entirely different, but it does create the balance.
But they have similar heights too, so
Absolutely.
That you frame that fireplace.
Yeah, and another thing is always take your measurements. When you're going to buy, measure the space you have from the top to the bottom, side to side and front to back.
Because this might look rather large in a store and you don't think it would fit. Perfect fit.
Yes, again, remember it's always better to overscale than underscale. So let's finish decorating this fireplace. And since it is summer, that we would like some beautiful lotus pods. And these are ceramic, and as you can see, they've created a little bit of ambiance since we don't have the fireplace going, or if you're not home when the prospective buyer is coming through. These little battery operated lights are safe. You can leave them on, and you can also use them on each side of the fireplace as well.
Like that.
And so again, odd numbers are always better than even numbers, and we have 3 different colors that have kind of pulled out the color of the spring and summer months. And it depends on how much or how little you like on your fireplace, but just a little pot of greenery is always great because it kind of softens all the hard edges that we have added elsewhere.
Now notice you have some items on each side of the fireplace. Does that help to make the fireplace look larger?
Yes, it does, and it also kind of fills that in. Now in the winter, when you are ready to have the wood fireplace going and you need your wood, you might want to do a big basket or a copper pot here to have your fireplace wood in. So those things can change seasonally.
Now one more thing I wanted to point out and ask you about. Now notice you've got some crown molding across the top. Do you do that just again to create or draw attention to the fireplace?
Well, yes, and it's that finishing touch. It's like wearing our outfit and putting on that perfect jewelry, and that is the jewelry in the space. It covers up creates. It kind of actually covers up a few little discrepancies that are up there too between the ceiling and so it's hiding a little bit of discrepancy, but it's most of all it's adding a really beautiful detail touch.
So that's a weekend project for a seller to consider doing, so that you have that great first impression when you walk into that room.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, Carol. Appreciate you sharing the information.
You're welcome, Michelle. Thank you.